Boom! He's back. Up! My chilling spot. Great vibe today, great vibe, great uplifting vibe. Nature is there, beautiful sun, bit of clouds, but it's okay when there's a bit of clouds like that. I like it. It cools down a bit. It cools down the day a bit. I think it's probably there that probably why the clouds are there too. Just to cool down a bit, and then the sun come back, and the plants must love it. For sure, everything is in a synergy together. We live in a synergic sea of consciousness. Everything is related to everything. But we think everything is divided, that the rock is divided from the plant, that this is... Because also we attribute name and all kinds of man-made definition and man-made reality for what we experience. Like, if you go outside and you just look at what's there and you just consider it as what it is, you don't put name on it, you don't define it with anything, you'll have a much different view on it. Same like you don't need to overstand everything in the universe to make sense of it. The same, what you have the same timelessness and same greatness. You come from the same creation as the universe. Just tap into your power of first of all of creation, your power within yourself. We're all very powerful. It's just a matter of sparking that journey. Sparking that journey is a great. You might not know right away exactly where you're going. That's okay. You don't need to know. You need to take action each and every day. You don't need to know where you're going. I don't know where I'm going with this. I told you many of times I don't know what I'm doing. But I know I'm doing something here and now. And those little accumulated moments, all in the here and now, doing something, keeping my vibes up, will create the big things at the end. But am I concerned about the end? No, I'm concerned about right now. What's happening right now. I don't anticipate, I don't have those kind of concerns. No? My concern is to be present in the now, to meet life with full presence and power in the present moment that is right now. What's going to happen the year after, the year after that, I don't care. I care about what I do now, because this is the challenge too. To bring yourself to taking action in the now all the time. This is a big, because we are slaves to laziness and fear most of all. Most of us are slaves to laziness. Oh, you're gonna say I'm not lazy, I work. Yeah, but work is not your life work. This is what I realized. I was working for your life work is what you're gonna leave after you leave here. No, what's gonna be left after you leave? This is your life work. This is where you should really concentrate your thoughts. Do your work for sure. If you have to work in Babylon, go for it. But if you have to bring something there, to bring some positiveness, bring some good vibes into your work environment, make it an experience. That's what I always did. I always found strength in my experience also, and you grow from that. You grow from finding strength in your experience. But if you don't experience life, if you don't go after life, it looks dead, but there's still stuff growing on it. Must not be completely dead, but it looks very dead. Like the branch looks very, but there's still stuff growing on it. Look, there's all kinds of come out from the ground there. I don't know, to me it looks dead. But there's still stuff growing on it. Maybe it's not really dead, Maybe there's a lesson to take from that. Maybe there's a lesson. I'm sure there's a life lesson to take from this. Oh yeah. I think sometimes nature can teach us a lot of lessons. It's just we're very inattentive to nature, to ourselves, we're inattentive to a lot of stuff. I've been very distracted, not paying attention and being distracted by nonsense. And then we miss all the beauty of life. I missed many beauties of life just because I was distracted, stuck inside watching TVs or You know, I've never been so much outside now because I love making videos. I love to come here. This is what I love to do. You ask me what I love to do in life, is this. You know, the world is so confused, so there's not too much stuff on my mind than awakening and awakening to the greatest version of who I am. Awakening to my mission. And keeping that sense of mission, keeping that sense of aliveness, that sense of vitality, which is constantly a challenge. Sure. Many things are life is very challenging. Life is, but also life is very beautiful. Life is life, you know. We miss that. We miss that because of anxiety, fear, doubt. We doubt ourselves that we have greatness, that we have what it takes to come out to the world and express ourselves. That's what happened to me. I doubt myself that I was, you know, that's the easiest thing I ever done in my life, talking to that camera. But for one moment, I was scared shit to do it. Same like some people are very afraid to speak on stage. Like they think it's a near-death experience. And some people will think they're gonna die if they speak on stage, but no one ever died from speaking on stage. So you cannot die. You can only rise from the experience, and it's very empowering. That's what I want. Not to but it's just I have some light. I have some light that I think the world deserves. We all have lights inside. We all have a beautiful light that the world is just waiting to see, waiting to find out. But there's lots of beautiful lights here. On est toutes des petites luminosités. All little luminaries. All little luminaries on this beautiful realm Earth, and we will go back to the realm of light when we finish here. That's how I see it. It cannot be just a subtle experience like you're born, you're raised by your parents, you go to school, you get your diploma, get a job, pay your bills, raise your children, get retired and die. That's not life. That's not life. That's life in the Matrix, but that's not life. That's not the real life. That could be the reality for many people, but this is the reality we have to eradicate to be our, like it can be our reality for a while. But I don't mean leave your job, that's not what I mean. But if your job is making you sick, start thinking about doing something else. That's the reality of most people, is their job is making them sick. And the fear of losing, the fear of make them stay in the misery, in the mediocrity. Often it's fear that keep us in the mediocre state, for sure. Fear of failure, fear of not being able to handle it, not being able to this, that. We live in a lot of fear. But I suggest you break free from those fear and start exploring what's the possibilities. And the possibilities are not in the fear. That all the possibilities are available here and now. If you focus, you canalize your energy in the here and now, canalize your thoughts, and really keep an uplifting vibe. You cannot go wrong. Cannot go wrong. I'm gonna go on talking about a bit of health stuff. I've got a book. It's called Hungry for Change. Yeah, we're hungry for change for sure. Very hungry for change. Anyway, some of us are hungry for change, and I think it's just gonna take at one point a ripple effect also. This change that we all want to see happening. So never stop, never retreat, never surrender. Always push to the maximum you can. You know, do the best you can. Don't stress, forget the rest. Stay true to yourself. Most of all is staying true to yourself. And your outer purpose will come and meet you. Your destiny will meet you. If you're aligned with your inner purpose, you keep your inner purpose aligned, your outer purpose will shine through it, and everything will, don't stress, and just stay on the path of righteousness. Do things the right way, you know. This is what we must do. A lot. What is this? Oh, look at that. Look at that, a nest. A nest of caterpillar. There's all kinds of and look at the one there on top. It's the first time I see this. You see when you go out, you see all kinds of stuff like this. Look at the other one on top. Oh, they're getting ready to come out, or maybe they're gonna fall on the ground. Maybe they fall on the ground. I don't know. Maybe they're born inside that nest. And very interesting. These are gonna be butterflies. My best. So cool. Look at this. I don't know if there's a big mother chenille in there. Very interesting. I'm out.